I'll just say a little bit before I introduce the fallen riders. Over the last couple months, I've had a chance to talk to the 6 honorees today, and it's been an honor to meet them, you know, this weekend. A couple of them that I knew already, but I just want to tell you that they are amazing individuals, and on behalf of the Jockeys and Jeans committee members and the PDJF, we're really honored to have them with us here today. So with that, I'll just go ahead and introduce each one of them and kind of say a little bit about each one. And if they could come up to the front after I say your name, so we can get everyone up here, all the fallen riders up here at the same time once we're all done then. So the first honoree is Ann von Rosen. Like Randy said, she was born in Fulda, Germany, where she worked on breeding farms before moving to Italy, France, and England. She also began exercising horses at several major racetracks. When she arrived in the U.S. in 1998, she gained a job at the prestigious Haggard Equine Medical Institute in Lexington. She then made the decision to become a jockey. She rode both thoroughbreds and quarter horses, and is a multiple stakes winning rider with 723 wins, and on-track accident occurred in 2014 at Turf Paradise. While pulling up after the race, her horse fell, landing on top of her and trapping her. She severed her T5 vertebrae. Some of you may have seen some of her Facebook posts of her doing physical therapy and exercising. It's truly amazing to see just how far she's come since her accident, and currently lives in Phoenix, Arizona. Next honoree is Gary Berzer. Gary grew up in a horse racing family. His father was a jockey and then a trainer, and his brother Alex is a jockey. Gary rode his first race at Canterbury Park in Grand Island, Nebraska at the age of 21. He had a successful riding career at many racetracks around the country, winning 766 races. One of his most memorable wins was a stakes victory aboard Yarny Star, who was trained by a family friend. Gary's on-track accident occurred in 2004 at Mountaineer Park at the age of 27. He fractured his neck in 2 places. Gary lives in Blanchester, Ohio, and has 2 children, Robin and Nathan. Our next honoree is Roger Blanco. Roger fell in love with horses at an early age in his native Cuba. He immigrated to the U.S. in 1984 with his sights set on becoming a jockey. Roger rode at various racetracks around the East Coast. One of his favorite horses he rode was a filly named Burning Swiftly. Roger's on-track accident occurred at Monmouth Park on June 23, 1988, at the young age of 22. He fractured his T4 and T5 vertebrae. He's been a paraplegic for 30 years today. After his accident, Roger had success as a jockey's agent for 5 years, until a fall at home, he dislocated his hip. Roger lives in Cooper City, Florida, and has a son, Christopher. Our next honoree is Tad Leggett. Tad grew up in Broken Bow, Nebraska, and always wanted to be a jockey. Although he rode some thoroughbreds, he is best known as an accomplished quarter horse rider. Tad rode more than 10,000 horses over a 24-year career. He won 1,596 races. Of those, 131 were quarter horse stakes, including 8 Grade 1 races. He earned respect as one of the top quarter horse jockeys in North America. The list of champion horses he rode is too long to name, but one that he likes to mention around here is One Rare Bug, winner of the 2002 Canterbury Park Derby, among other races. Throughout his career, it was all about winning races, not about the stats. Tad's on-track accident occurred in 2010 at Fair Meadows in Oklahoma. While pulling up his filly in a trial race, The horse went down and Tad was thrown to the ground, fracturing his neck. He is now a quadriplegic, but because of hard work, he's able to walk short distances with the aid of a walker. Tad's a member of the Prairie Meadows Hall of Fame and the Canterbury Park Hall of Fame, where he was leading quarter horse rider each season from 2003 to 2006. Last year, he received the Ron Turcott Award along with Jack Fires, and we're proud to say he's a Jockeys and Jeans ambassador. Tad lives in Bandera, Texas with his wife Tina, and they have 3 grown children, Tiffany, Travis, and Trevor. Our next honoree is Paul Nolan. Paul always wanted to be a jockey. His father, Paddy Nolan, was a well-known Irish steeplechase jockey who was a big influence on him. Paul immigrated from England in the mid-1980s to pursue a career as a jockey. In a 30-year career, he rode at many racetracks around the country. One track he loved and was a popular figure was here at Canterbury Park, where in 2006 he won the riding title. Paul was known as the sod surgeon. Paul's on-track accident occurred in April of last year at Will Rogers Downs in Oklahoma. The horse Paul was riding fell while galloping out after the race, throwing him to the ground and then rolling on top of him. He suffered a contusion to his neck at the C3 vertebrae. Although he suffered no broken bones in the accident, his spinal cord was severely swollen and the prognosis is unknown. He is now a quadriplegic. Paul endures tiring physical therapy, which includes assisted walking with the aid of a walker. Paul lives in nearby Bloomington with his wife, Sherry. Our next honoree is Armando Rivera. Armando was a quarter horse rider, but he also rode a few thoroughbreds. He broke his maiden on Raz Quarter Pounder at Sundowns in Kennewick, Washington for owner Walter Slip. One of the most memorable horses he rode was a horse called Sheriff's Don. Armando's on-track accident occurred in 1979 at Santa Rosa County Fair when he was just 18 years old. He's been a paraplegic for 39 years. After his accident, he trained quarter horses and won 50 races as a trainer, all while in a wheelchair. He then turned to wheelchair racing after watching others do it, and he was inspired to pursue it. He loves to compete and exercise. He has competed in 40 road races and half marathons, 5 complete marathons, and the last race he competed in was the Viva Half Marathon in San Jose, California, where he finished first in his division. He hopes to inspire other riders to not give up. Those are our 6 honorees this year for the 5th annual Jockeys and Jeans charity event.